What's up, y'all? It is March 27th, Thursday, I believe. And today we are looking at a very interesting scenario going on in the US of A. First, we got Wisconsin Supreme Court elections coming up on April 1st. Florida Congressional District special elections. These are like National District special elections for 6 and 1. We also have some surprise results from the Pennsylvania legislature, so let's get right into it. Now, for Wisconsin, we have the Supreme Court election coming up with Susan Crawford versus Brad Schimmel. Apparently people think Crawford's going to win, but again, gambling is not everything. The early voting has begun. Now, technically, the Wisconsin Supreme Court's nonpartisan, but there's obviously political divide as it's anything. So with the leaving of incumbent Ann Welsh Bradley, the court is split 3-3. So this Wisconsin Supreme Court election will only decide the seat, but the partisan lean of the Wisconsin Supreme Court, which could be a very big issue. Because for me, I think if we look at presidentially, Wisconsin was the closest state out of these three, which a lot of people thought it would be the most Trump-leaning out of this upper Rust Belt here. But I think abortion's a very big issue in Wisconsin, which might be why Trump won it by 0.86 points. 29,000 votes. So that's going to be something decided by the state legislature, or also the Supreme Court, which is, it's not meant to be part of the legislature, but it kind of is since it's already politicized. It's you get it. Future Cat here, just forgot to cover Elon Musk throwing a lot of money into this through super PACs and whatnot. The total funding for Wisconsin Supreme Court can reach over $100 million, with Elon Musk using a few corrupt methods. We're fine here. We're fine. So it's just there. Another thing we have going on is the results from March 25th legislative special elections, specifically in Pennsylvania Senate District 36, which Democratic candidate James Malone pulled off a very surprise victory over Republican candidate Josh Parsons by less than 500 votes, I think 482, which, mind you, this is in Lancaster County, which Trump carried by 16 points. For special, sorry, Joe Biden moment there. Along with carrying State House District 35, actually flipping Pennsylvania State House to Democratic hands, which makes Pennsylvania one of the only states that has a split legislature right now. People expected the Democrats to win here, but not by this large of a margin, by 25 points, which this is about right here in Allegheny, Westmoreland, and Washington, right down here, which definitely shows, this reminds me of 2009, when we had this big shift, very big shift, from Obama's first elected and then his first term midterms, which you don't even need to, I don't think I even need to explain any further. This is quite a red map. So Democrats are seeing a shape up here. Now the biggest thing, the one that you want to hear about, District 6. Now you might be wondering, why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about these two districts? They're just filler districts, since these two people are now in the Trump administration, or the presidential administration. Michael Waltz, which I'm sure you have heard of, carried the district by 33 points in the 2024. Florida District 1, nobody really cares. They expect, I don't even know who the candidate is, to be honest, in Florida District 1. Nobody really cares about it. I'm sorry if, this is pretty much just Alabama. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, Florida. People did not expect this to be competitive, but as you know, bumping fist emoji, American flag emoji, fire emoji, Michael Waltz was part of the group chat where President Donald Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, I don't think Trump was in it actually, but they accidentally just casually shared some Yemenis bombing plans on a group chat and on a public server. You know, it's the normal things you would expect to happen, right? Yep, here it is. White House journalist is reeling in a staggering blunder. And so a journalist being accidentally added to a group chat in which top Trump administration officials discuss secret U.S. military plans. Here we go. It's the whole thing here. Oh, that's loud. Here's the thing you've probably seen. Yep. Fist, America, fire, pray, pray, bicep, America, America, you know. Then they realized the reporter was in there. Oh, that's the, you know, it's all a whole thing. But either way, that makes Michael Waltz extremely unpopular. People still, so the Republican candidate now, Fine versus Wheel. People still think that Fine is going to carry this, but the question is, how fine will he be? Because I don't think it's will win. I think it's how much he loses by. If I'm gonna take a wild guess, and it's like a 7-ish point margin, which is a massive shift whether they win or not. And especially right now, the House is quite close. If they flip it, which very doubtful, that would bring it to 215 to 214, which would bring the House to only one vote. This is because it counts vacancies. This is from the original election. The DNC chair, Ken Martin, will also be campaigning. I believe he's there right now as of recording this. And he will be there until Tuesday, or April 1st, when they're having the election. This is all happening on April 1st, by the way. Wisconsin Supreme Court and the Florida congressional districts. There's also primaries, but nobody really cares about primaries.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
I feel a lot of this can also be linked to the president's approval rating, which, that's really not great. Emerson College Emerson College seems to have him consistently, but a lot of these things are just not ideal. Oh, also something. Josh Wheeler has raised like over $10 million, which is 10 times more than Sam Fine has. I think this is going to be a close, but it's still this is probably still for the GOP by like 5 to 10 points, I would say. This, or Florida 1, I would expect to see a decrease I would expect the Democrats to overperform in this district. For Wisconsin, I'm pretty sure Crawford's going to win. It's by how much, because that's really the big question. Again, history is everything. We are seeing this exact thing, not the exact thing, but it's playing itself off again. So, final few things. I'm just not so sure how interesting it is to have a bunch of important elections on April Fools. That'll be interesting. April Fool's elections. So, gear up for Tuesday. If you're in any of these places, get out and vote. I know there's also some stuff going on in Oklahoma, South Carolina on those days. So, keep up to date, and America, yeah. Yeehaw. Okay, thank you.